Today's topic is solving quadratic equation using completing the square method. I've seen students often times and not run away from this method thinking it's very hard. It's actually not very hard, it's very easy. You just need to understand the steps that follows when you're solving a question using completing the square method. So the first thing is you have to understand what a constant is. In this case, a constant is a number without a letter or an alphabet behind it. In this case, we have 9, and it's not just 9, it's minus 9. So the first step says take out the constant. So you'll be left with 3x squared minus 6x equals, when the minus 9 crosses to the other side of the equal to sign, it turns into plus 9. You can leave it at 9 without the plus, still the same thing. The next step says divide all through by the coefficient of x squared. This is x squared. The coefficient of x squared is 3. The coefficient of x is minus 6. The coefficient of x squared is plus 3 or 3. So you divide through by the coefficient of x squared, which is 3x squared divided by 3 minus 6x divided by 3 plus 9 divided by 3 equals to 9 divided by 3. So you have 3 cancels out 3, that's dividing it. We left with x squared minus 3 in 3 1, 3 in 6 is 2. That's, you left with 2x equals 3 in 3 1, 3 in 9 3 equals 3. The step after this says you should take out the coefficient of x, multiply by half, then square it. So like we've been dealing with before, the coefficient of x is minus 2. So in our rough book we write out the coefficient of x as minus 2 multiplied by half as times 1 over 2, which is good to give us minus 2 over 2, because minus 2 times 1 is minus 2. Then it's like putting over 1 here. 1 times 2 is 2, and you can cut 2 here, 1, 2 into 1, so you'll be left with minus 1. So the coefficient of x, you multiply by half, then square it, so you then square it. Then once you've gotten your final answer here, you now add it to both sides. So you'll be left, you now have x squared minus 2x plus minus 1 all squared equals 3 plus minus 1 all squared. The next step says you have to eliminate or remove this minus 2x by joining this x and this minus 1 with a common squared. So you'll be like, it's like saying x minus 1 all squared. Don't think this is magic or how come this is happening in math. They're just doing a shortcut of factorizing this particular equation. So by the time you expand or open this, you still get back to this. So this is just factorizing this, and is equal to, is just every time you see a question, take out the 1 in the middle, the 1 with the x, then join the 1 x squared, whatever alphabet even is a squared, and the constant on this side, join them together and give them a common square. And on the other side will be 3 plus, then here is minus 1 squared. Minus 1 squared is same thing as minus 1 times minus 1, which is minus times minus is plus, 1 times 1 is 1, so it gives you 1 or plus 1. You can leave it as plus 1. Then the next line is let's finish up this one before we go to the next step. X minus 1 all squared will be 3 plus times plus. When you have plus on two same signs on one together, it comes out to be plus 1. Then next line says x squared minus 1 all squared will be 3 plus 1 as 4. Three plus 1 as 4. And when we have our 4, the next step says add square root, or find square root, add square root to both sides to get rid of the square. That's why you're adding square root to both sides. So it will be now be square root of x minus 1 all squared, then square root of 4, and square root cancels square, you'll be left with x minus 1. In this case it cancels out, square root cancels square. Then square root of 4 we all say is 2, but it's actually plus or minus 2, because square root means two numbers that will give you 4. That's plus 2 times plus 2 will give you 4, you pick one of them, and then minus 2 times minus 2 will give you 4, plus 4, so you take one, so it's right. That's why you write plus or minus 2. The next line says you take out the constants, this minus 1, take it out, and it now, when the minus 1 crosses the equal to sign, it turns to plus 1, so it is 1 plus 2, plus 1 plus or minus 2. Next step says, then say, let me write the last step, x equals 1 plus or minus 2. You have this, then it says it will now be 1 plus 2 or 1 minus 2. You separate them. One will have a plus in the middle and the other will have a minus in the middle. So your x is 1 plus 2, is 3. Then 1 minus 2 is this one as a plus, and this 2 owns this minus. So it's like saying you have one apple and you're owing 2. If you pay it back, you still be owing 1, so it's going to be minus 1. So is your answer